Greetings, loved ones. Although we are living in a modern era, there are still a lot of people who consider themselves living in ages when domestic violence was acceptable, and they don't think about the psychological effects of domestic violence on children. Today, we're going to talk about psychological effects of domestic violence on children. So let's begin with emotional responses of children who are experiencing domestic violence. Children who are living in homes where domestic violence takes place often feel guilt, fear, sadness, shame, depression, and anger. The subjects of the child's anger includes both parents, the one who is violent and the other one for not putting an end to the violence. Children also have various behavioral responses that occur when experiencing violence. The psychological effects of domestic violence on children can be seen on all levels. Such experiences change the behavior of the child. He or she may show signs of withdrawal, acting out, or being anxious to please. The children's school life is affected as well because usually they have shorter attention spans and are distracted. If the domestic violence starts during the early stages of the child's development, the psychological effects of domestic violence on children may include delays in motor, cognitive, and speech skills. It is likely that they will express violence as well, or they could try to hurt themselves. There are also long-term psychological effects on children as a result of experiencing domestic violence. Children who witness domestic violence usually are traumatized by it, which leads to psychological scars. If the mother of a child is regularly beaten by the father, the child doesn't have a healthy development. These children have a role model showing them that in a relationship, one of the partners can dominate through violence and intimidation. And when it comes to psychological effects of domestic violence on children, children have the tendency of identifying themselves with strong people, in this case maybe the abusive father, and they lose respect for the helpless mother. The abusers often use this by telling the children that their mother is stupid and that they don't have to listen to her. And because of the model that they have, the domestic violence's psychological results on children include disrespect towards women, because that is what they see in the behavior of their father. Specialists believe that children who grow up in such families are raised within the belief that violence is the way to resolve conflicts. In many cases, the psychological effects of domestic violence on children can only be assessed with time as the child grows. With 1 in 3 women experiencing domestic violence worldwide and a 45 to 60% chance of co-occurring child abuse, the question is not if you will encounter a victim of violence. The question before God is, what will you do when you encounter them? You could be the person who saves a life. You are called. We are all called to be champions for justice. Those who suffer violence need those who love them and those who don't even know them to step out and reach out to them to give them the courage and the help they need to leave before it's too late. Help us get these messages out. Please subscribe to our channel, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, hit the like button, and please share these messages with others because you never know, by sharing a message, you could save a life. This series is dedicated in honor of Gabby Petito, a bright young woman whom the world has lost because of gender violence. Please check out the foundation her family has created in her honor at gabbypetitofoundation.org. If you are a victim of violence, listen to me and know this. You are valued. You are loved. You are intelligent. You are beautiful. God does not want you to suffer violence. He wants you to live free from violence in peace and tranquility. There is a way out. It's not your fault. Abuse is not love. If someone says they love you and then they hit you or insult you, they're lying. They do not love you. If you're a victim of violence, please reach out to somebody and get the help you need. If you find yourself in a dangerous situation, call 911. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about how you can help children who witness domestic violence. Until then, God bless you.